Hello, I'm Catherine Huddle with the Carmel Clay Public Library, and this afternoon I'll be chatting with two amazing young women, our 2022 Friends Foundation Scholarship winners, Ella Joliet and Luca Kim. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you so much for joining me. So we're going to start with Ella. Ella, what made you decide to apply for the Friends and Foundation Scholarship this year?
So I have been involved in the library. I've lived in Carmel most of my life, and I've been doing things at the library basically since I have lived here. And I in high school, I have been in Teen Volunteer Corps and Teen Library Council, and I've just heard about it through that. And going into college, you want to try to apply for as many scholarships as you can get, and this one just felt really near and dear to my heart. So that's how I kind of led to applying it.
And Luca, what about you?
So this application kind of gave me a chance to share my story, and most importantly, allow me to say thank you to the people in the community who made the Carmel Clay Public Library, its resources, and the people there who helped me kind of learn English and help me stay connected to my American and Korean heritage, specifically the language and the novels there, along with helping me define and cultivate my passions for science, religion, and my faith as a Christian, and kind of helping me learn how to be a leader in different parts of the community. So.
That's amazing. Those are both great answers. And I hope that both of you have inspired others then to apply for next year. Let's say, Luca, can you tell us a little bit about your plans for this fall and also how the Friends and Foundation Scholarship fits into your plans for the future?
So I'm directly admitted into Indiana University Bloomington for neuroscience, and I'm also accepted into their Arts and Sciences undergraduate research experience program. And the scholarship is going to be a big help for paying for the rest of my tuition for my college education, especially since my end goal is to hopefully become a neurosurgeon and hopefully devote most of my time and efforts to humanitarian aid programs like Mercy Ships and Doctors Without Borders. With my career. And the scholarship gave me the chance to make sure that my parents also wouldn't have to worry about finances for my college education, especially since my parents already worked so hard to support our family and my education. My mom just opened her first own business. So overall, the scholarship was a really huge help in figuring out the finances and going towards completing that end goal of mine. So.
That is great. And Ella, what about your plans for this fall?
I am going to attend Texas A&M University studying hopefully aerospace engineering with maybe a minor in Spanish. And for the scholarship, part of it's going to be put toward my tuition. And another part of it I'm going to use to purchase a new laptop so I can run all of the engineering programs and things, because that's a super important part of engineering now, is running all of the online models and that kind of thing. So I need to make sure I have a laptop that can support all that.
That is amazing. I'm so impressed with both of you. And both of you have been such active volunteers with the Carmel Library. Can you tell us, let's start with Ella, what was your most rewarding volunteer experience with the library?
So I did, especially 8th grade, 9th grade, I did a lot of work in the children's department in the STEM lab. And they called it the Quest Lab, and kids could come in and they could work on kind of a goal of getting a bunch of different badges where they could get prizes and basically work on different things every time they come in, based on science, technology, engineering, math, and also art and music and other things like that. And I had, during the summer, I think after 8th grade, I had the opportunity to go in, I think pretty regularly, 2 or 3 times a week, and work with those kids, do all that stuff, and really create connections between the kids and I, especially being more of a peer than someone much older or a library staff member. And then also create connections between myself and the children's department, which really helped me because I worked at the library during my junior year, and that was just really great to have those already established connections, and really just helped the library mean more to me as a community, as a peer, and as someone who feels like I have a place there.
This is kind of a spin-off of that question. Do you have a really memorable volunteer experience, maybe something unusual that you did for us?
I did, also in the children's department, I did a bounce,
It was an early
after
literacy
like a
festival for
program.
kids. It was like Black
Yeah.
Friday at the library for kids under 6. It was very
Yes.
hectic and it was amazing.
It's awesome, and that was really cool because it was really it was helping with reading and art and colors and all these other fun things. And there were a really bunch of small, very cute children just that love the library just as I did, probably just as you guys did.
That is always a fun one. I just remember all the face painters. That was so much fun. Hopefully we can do something fun like that when we get back to the new building.
Yes, of course.
And Luca, what about you?
So I guess I have two. So my most rewarding volunteer experience at the library is probably meeting with the people who are planning, I think it's called Bear Creek Park right now. And it was a virtual meeting during COVID. And these people were wanting to hear the youth's opinion about putting in some big resources and buildings and things. And it was just a really big honor just to see how these people from park planning just gave the chance for as many people as possible to show and like let them know what's being planned for the community and gave them a chance to share their thoughts and opinions. And it just really inspired me to be as open-minded and making sure that hopefully if I become someone who makes big projects, that I can also give the chance for a lot of people to voice their thoughts and also give them the chance to shape their communities like these people so generously did for us. And then my most memorable is playing Harry Potter music with my friend Manya on our flutes during the Yule Ball, which was, I think, the ball a year before COVID hit. So I got to introduce a couple of my friends to the Yule Ball and the Teen Library Council. And we got the amazing opportunity to be able to contribute to the amazing Yule Ball just by providing live music that everyone seemed to enjoy. And my friend and I were also honored to be representing our school, Carmel High School, and its band program through a picture in the Carmel newspaper as well. So
it's a very cool. Yeah, the Yule Ball is so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work too. So Luca, how old were you? Do you remember how old you were the first time you visited the Carmel Library?
So my parents took my sister and I to the library since we were babies, and they read us almost all the Korean children's book there, and then they played us in the library at the children playground, and then we got to listen to the library staff reading the English children books. And I think there's a lot of things that stayed the same was definitely the passion and the love that the community and staff at the library that brought and put into concept, making sure that everyone, and for my case, no matter what age or language they speak, have the chance to find many like diverse and various languages and topics to read about and have a lot of resources to help with many different skills. So
that's great. And Ella, how old were you the first time you visited the library? And when you think about all of your years with the library, what has changed and what has stayed the same? A lot has changed.
Yes, of course. So my mom is a huge reader. She's a huge library goer. She loves the library. So she took us as kids all the time. And honestly, I'm pretty sure she just took us so that we could go into the story time room and be away from her for 45 minutes or however long that is so that she could go look at books by herself. But I always enjoyed going to the library. I loved reading the books and playing in the play area. That's definitely one thing that changed while I was there. That was built when I was a kid. So that was awesome. And obviously a huge change was the building move, but honestly, the community and the support, like Luca said, has stayed much the same. I have created really great connections through the library, through the staff and other people, other teens, just in that area, especially the teen area, even though it's small and hopefully getting bigger, the people and the places. And it's just a great space that you can always go and I can always feel safe there. It was a great resource to have right across from Carmel High School, just to go after school, to hang out, to research, to work, to just sit quietly and read. And I'm pretty sure that is consistent for a lot of people, even in the new building, especially since there's more chairs and seating areas there now. But yeah, it's definitely changed a lot physically and definitely improved. There's no bad changes, but I have loved all the years that I have experienced the library.
Do you have a favorite all-time memory of the library?
I think my volunteer experience there has been really, really rewarding to me. I also did a lot of like setup and like running of like book sales and things like that. And anytime where I can really interact with the community and other people that love the library just as much as I do, that's been a really great experience for me. And honestly, that's been consistent throughout all my time there. So I don't know if I could choose an absolute favorite moment.
Luca, do you have an absolute favorite moment?
So I think it would be just a feeling of excitement when my mom would tell me that we're going to library, especially during my elementary and middle school years, which is mainly the time when my mom would drop my sister and me off at the library and we would pick up any holds and check out books and a few movies for the weekend. And my mom would check out Korean novels, the music CDs and the movies. And at home, my mom and dad would watch movies together for their date night while my sister and I would read our books next to them. So
Those are all great memories. I have one final question for both of you, and it's really important. And it's, what are you reading right now? And do you have any book recommendations for us?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm reading, I actually have it here. I'm reading The Deadly Education, which is a YA book. It came out several years ago, but it's like a Harry Potter-esque. There's like a magic school, and the school is like trying to kill all the students basically, which is kind of dark. But I'm just starting it and I think it's really good. And probably the recommendation I would give right now is the Shatter Me series, also a YA series. It's like a fantasy, kind of like a Divergent Hunger Games type dystopian, and that's really great. And it's like 6 books, very long, very dramatic. I love that series, the Shatter Me series.
So right now, I'm reading 2 books. So I believe it's the memoir by Viola Davis. I think it's called Finding Me. And then I'm also reading the English Standard Version of the Bible, since I know my church, they read the New International Version. So I think so far those 2 books are definitely the ones I recommend. So.
Those sound fantastic. And I want to thank you both again for joining us today, and congratulations on being our 2022 Friends Foundation Scholarship winners. If you would like to learn more about our Teen Library Council, Teen Volunteer Corps, or about our Friends and Foundation group, you can visit us on the web at carmelclaylibrary.org.